Good morning. This isn't a Pwnery Tinkers. This is very different. This is Pwnery in the snow. Yeah, that's right. Here in balmy Houston, Texas, we got snow for the first time in a while. Truck's covered in it. I'm getting covered in it. Got my rabbit fur on. There's a couple of inches. I mean, it's something. You guys living up north are probably laughing at us. That's okay. We don't do this very often. Here's my T-bird. It's now Snowbird. Here's my Mini. You know, if you're a guy, you probably know what that means. And way across the street's my Chrysler. Way back there. Anyway, stick around and I'll take you for a little drive through this area because I volunteered to pull people out of the snow and ice and ditches and things today in case they had to be out here. Otherwise, you don't want to be out here. Well, let me get the truck fired up and warmed up and see how much snow I can get off the front end. And I'll take you for a drive. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a split screen today with my dash cam. So that'll be new. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. I wish I actually recorded me brushing all the snow off the truck. It was quite a workout. So anyway, I'm inside. We're trying to warm up. I let the glow plug cycle twice before I started it. It's not that cold per se, like you guys up north. I know you guys have to cycle your glow plug like 10 times before it'll start. I just did it so my very grumpy battery would actually cooperate because it's only a year old and it's very unhappy already. Anyway, in my truck here, I've got my gloves. Strangely enough, cold water because I was thirsty after brushing all the snow off. That's my new mount over there that I'll have when we get started on the road. And then this is my dash cam here, which I'll be firing up soon. But you can tell windshield wipers are struggling. Yeah, I had to brush a lot of stuff off of that. I figured the squirters would help a little bit. But that's a long process. So let me make sure I'm all defrosted and I'll get back to you. So far, this hurry up and wait's been about 15 minutes and I'm still only up to 100 degrees. I don't even have the heater on yet because I don't want to drag cold air into the core or cool it down so fast or whatnot. We'll be back for Snowpocalypse 2025.
A few moments later.
So anyway, I think it goes without saying that we're in 4-dig today, clearly. We're all thawed out. That only took about 10 minutes. So here we go. Now what I'm hoping to do is put the dash cam right about there on the screen. It'll be the first time I've done that, so I haven't really messed with it too much. I've just had it in case of, well, Houston's finest drivers. There are people walking around out here. And sometimes this rabbit fur is actually a bit too hot. Like it makes my forehead sweat. We don't have many little kids on my street, so nobody's making snowmen out here. Needless to say, it's white. I did this a couple years back in my Thunderbird, which you could imagine was a wild ride, but it wasn't snow. The streets were covered in 3 inches of ice. Having done like pursuit vehicle training and like just hobbyist drift courses and doing like off-roady things since I was about 17. You know, a lot of people are concerned, you know, you shouldn't be out here. You know, you can always slip, you can always lose control or whatever. They're not wrong. It's just, I've done this for so long that I kind of know what I'm doing. What you probably notice is I'm not going very fast because you don't need to, because there's nobody out here. So, why am I out here, you might be asking? First, I thought I would share that. Second, I'm trying out my new mount. Third, I mean, it's a snow day. What am I supposed to do? Sit indoors and drink cocoa and make stew? I can't, because the grocery stores are closed. Everything is probably closed. But if you're in the Houston area, in the southwest part of town, maybe this video will help you if I get it out in time to show you who's open and who's not. Who knows? I haven't had breakfast yet. It's 10 o'clock. Been up since 6. Driving on this stuff is pretty fun. I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one wearing a hat like this out here. It's pretty funny. I spent the entirety of last year grabbing snow clothing, basically. Jackets like this one, this hat, lined jeans. There's actually a what do you call it? Oh crap. There's actually a flannel liner in here. I need to see what that noise was. Let's check it out. Let's also turn off the front parking sensor. Okay. I heard a thump, and I thought for a second maybe air pressure went to 0. No. I think what I actually did was fall off of a piece of ice on the road, and it bottomed out or something. Who knows? So far, though, it's moving just fine. It's a little unsure of itself. Not bad, just a little. The thing I find the funniest right now is there are people who are driving around out here and they didn't brush the snow off their cars. Those people are idiots. So not only are you choking the radiator by not brushing the snow off of your grill, you're also choking off the intakes in your cowl for your heater. You've added quite a bit of weight on the front end, which might be good for traction actually. But you also have this giant obstruction of your view. See, I took a push broom and cleared the whole truck. I don't need to be top heavy because I'm already top heavy. We're just wandering around watching all these people out here. I gotta turn this down. Not that, this. I keep turning the wrong knob. That's what she said. Very funny. Anyway. So I'm on the road that's leading out of my neighborhood, and what you're about to see over there is a field right there. And if you can tell, there's a big hole way in the back of it. And funny story, a couple of years back, I was cruising along in my Thunderbird, rear-wheel drive only, on street tires, nuts hugging the ground because it sits real low. And a guy in an F-150 was in that field when it was just ice. And he broke through the ice, which I found frankly hilarious because his headlights are pointing up 45 degrees at the sky. And he looks at me in my car doing donuts and rooster tails just for the fun of it. And he says, "Hey, can you pull me out?" Now, I don't have a trailer hitch on a Thunderbird. I have independent rear suspension, rear wheel drive. I think I have 300 horsepower in that car. But at the end of the day, my response was, "Fuck you," and took off. Today's different. I own a 2016 Ram Lone Star. Apparently, I am the snowplow because there's 3 cars behind me following me real close right now. And I've got a 7-ton winch, yank straps, everything. And I thought what I would do is I would roll around the neighborhood here and just see what we can see and see if there's anybody who needs to be pulled out of a ditch, because I'm just a really nice guy. get for trying to do 25. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty funny. The cars behind me are like extra close to me, which actually I don't like, because if your brakes don't work or your ABS don't work and you're gonna slide into me, I'm gonna be pissed. As a matter of fact, I may be so bold as to put it in locked four-wheel drive. I'm in auto right now, which is probably good for like ice, snow, and dirt, but it does feel a little fidgety still. If you've never driven in snow before, there's a couple of basic rules, obviously. Don't floor it. Let engine braking help you if you can, if you have a manual. But don't downshift too soon, because if you get the engine wound up, obviously the back tires will spin and kick sideways. Not good. If there are ruts in the road from other cars already passing through the snow, drive on that, because they did you a favor. They cleared some of this shit for you. Right now I'm just playing it safe, not flooring it. Das Audi is behind me still. A couple other people already turned away. I guess I'm this guy's fullback today. I use that phrase usually when I'm driving in traffic, because here in Houston, there are people who drive very quickly, and those people usually get the tickets for you. But if I'm in a hurry, I will get behind those guys, because they're my fullback, and they break through the blue line, we'll call it. So they get pulled over first. But in this case, the Audi is, oh, I guess he's cashing in. I just saw him go a little bit sideways. So much for Quattro, huh? Look, Quattro's awesome. Quattro and speed tires on icy roads, not so much. Now we're driving through slushy. Gross. It's like brown and gray. Thankfully, I live in a state that doesn't do road salt. This neighborhood's got its fountains on still. I don't know if you can see it when I pass it. It'll be right about over there. I don't know if it's going to come up on camera. Maybe I'll put an arrow on it if it shows up. Right over there. I guess they leave the fountains on just because they want to make sure they don't freeze over. Or they're just on a timer and nobody thought to turn them off. This road I'm on is one of Houston's more major streets. I usually take my mother shopping every Saturday on this road. I broke my own rule. I drove into the berm. Because why not? Other things, take it very carefully across bridges. They ice over faster than roads do. Generally what I do is I just let off the throttle and roll. And then once you clear, you can touch the gas again. You know, it's all, just be sensible. You know, it's like, if you're a guy that went to an ice skating rink and you don't have skates, like, you would be ultra cautious. Because maybe you have to go across that ice. Who knows? Anyway, this road I'm taking is the main one. I figured if anyone was going to get lost, stuck, or spun around or whatever, then this is probably the road they would do it on. Thankfully, most people heeded the warning. Very few people are out here. Just people on foot mostly. Every time I come to a stop, ABS is kicking in, so don't let that freak you out. Some of you may have driven your entire lives and never had to hit the brakes so hard that you felt the ABS kick in. It's a strange feeling. Just let it ride. It's doing its thing. I'm kind of half tempted to go into a field and do some donuts, just for the hell of it, but I don't want to break anything either. Like, this is my daily. It's my elephant, essentially. So I'd like to keep it in good shape, especially since I have 4 more years of payments on it. Man, we've been in this 11 minutes already. Most of the tollways are closed today. I don't know if that means that the tolls are turned off or if they actually blocked the entrances. Maybe we'll take a look on the way out. Okay, I guess we're only going to do about 33. Fine. I don't know. I get a kick out of this. Like, I find this fun. There's an element of danger to it, but I mean, just getting in the car, there's an element of danger. Especially if you've seen Final Destination, you know. Oh yeah, I should probably keep this on. No. So I'm putting my display on my stats just to make sure that all my pressures and temperatures are good. That thump was a little weird. I mean, we're still going straight, still got 4 tires, engine's still running, whatever, it's fine. Ah, ABS. Oh yeah. Can I do a 4-wheel peel? Yeah, we can. Alright. I think I'm going to try the lock feature and see if it feels any different. Oh yeah, one other thing. I'm just driving by a lady that's, she's walking her Yorkie in this. Now, I got 7 of them. And I can tell you, they're not equipped for this kind of weather. So if you're going to walk your dog today, make sure you put little rubber booties on them. Because they expel heat from the bottom of their feet. And, yeah, they can get cold real fast. And you really don't want hypothermia in your dog. I've seen it before, watching stray animals out here. And, I've been really, really active on Nextdoor the last couple of days because I lost a dog to weather like this a couple years back. Actually, I think I'll actually tribute this video to my old dog Charlie. But you know, when they're out here in the elements, they got minutes, not hours. A couple days ago, before it was just cold, they had hours. But now that it's like this, they have minutes. So if you see a dog or cat out in the streets and it's walking around like it's had a few drinks too many, stumbling around, not walking in a straight line, they're suffering from severe hypothermia. And if you manage to catch them, warm them up very slowly. Don't go straight to full bore heater and put them in the shop. Warm them up slowly and gently. I picked up a dog around 8 a.m. this morning, and he was all over the place. When I called out to him, he could barely lift his head. He's kind of crab walking and falling over a lot. And I took my coat off and wrapped the coat around him. And after about 20 minutes or so, he started to kind of normal out a bit. And then, strangely enough, you know, I had his head sticking out the window. Somebody flagged me down and go, "That's my dog." So I thought, oh, good, here's your dog. How'd he get out? No answer, of course. Yeah, my dog Charlie didn't get that luxury. He got lost while I was at work. My mother left the gate open in the backyard by mistake, the bridge. And I posted on, it wasn't Nextdoor, but it was a community page on Facebook for the neighborhood with signs up everywhere. County sheriff even came over to the house. But got a tip 3 days later. Found his body 10 yards away from somebody's front door. I was pretty pissed. Now, granted, I wasn't home. I got the phone call at like 2 p.m. Dog's missing. I took off of work. I drove a little over 100 miles. Big circles around my neighborhood, looking for my dog. Making the circle bigger every hour. Trying to assume that they would get that far away every hour. And we were in the town about 1 a.m. But, yeah, I wanted to beat that guy's door down, scream at him. And I immediately thought, you know, they're just gonna look me right in the eye and go, it's not my fault you couldn't keep your dog locked up. That's a bitter reality. I wasn't there, it wasn't me, but it was negligence. It costed his life. So I didn't go beat the guy's door down. God, I wanted to though. I mean, I don't know if dogs in their last moments whimper and cry, you know, if they're close to a door or whatever. I have to imagine they would. But I didn't see the body. I was at work when the tip came in. I called my dad. He took my mom. They went straight to the spot I described. When they got there, they lost it. So I just told him, I'm like, that dog, you better bury that dog before I get home because I don't want to see what you see. And so he did. I'm going to pull into the Sam's parking lot real quick. I'm just curious if they're even open today. I seriously doubt it. There are cars in here, which is kind of fun. I gotta go uphill too, up an icy hill, so this should be really fun. See, I'm just taking it nice and easy. Are there seriously people in there? You've got to be kidding me. There's a dude like moving carts around, and this whole parking lot's covered in sheet ice. Holy crap, are they actually open? I mean, way to go, Sam's. Like, if you work here, like, mad respect, but are you guys nuts? They're open. They're actually open. That's insane. Just the store part. It looks like the tire center's not open, but yeah, they're actually open. Like, these guys came to work. This isn't just a bunch of vehicles stuck in a parking lot. That is wild. You guys have my respect, for real. All right, I'm gonna try 4 lock. So what this is gonna do is lock my diffs 50-50. Front rear. Oh. Oh, this is more fun. This is way more fun. I'm still not gonna kick the ass end down. There's light poles everywhere. Alright, 4 lock. I believe 4 lock put me in my off-road setting. What? Hold up, are you for real? Put it in 2 then. Try there, right? You might notice in the window our height's going to change slightly. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe the air compressor's frozen. Oh no, we're up. We're up. So now I'm about 4 inches taller than I was earlier. Not bad. Ideally, I want to have this car riding 16 inches taller than it is now. On this setting, it is. Like, I want body lift, suspension lift. I already got a set of 37s picked out. Stuff like that. Because I have a size complex. Anyway, Sam's Club, outside of Cinco Ranch. Is it Cinco Ranch? South of Cinco Ranch. Grand Parkway, Bel Air Boulevard. Open. Shocking. Yeah, it put me in my off-road setting. That's fine. Whatever. That's cool. I'm going to go down to the tollway here in a second. There's going to be a left coming up. I'm just going to see if the entrance ramps are open. They said they're all closed, but I don't remember them ever having gates. I almost wonder if they just turned off the booths, the electronic readers. You know, this guy is just buttoning them on. And that's fine. He's doing early braking. Very smart. Like, you just want to roll up to these stop signs. It's not a big deal. Now look, I know if you guys are from the north, you're probably laughing. I get it. Okay, I've spent a lot of time up north. I get it. There's a lot of people down here that have never seen this. They might be new to the state. They might be new to snow. I know my forehead's sweating like crazy because we're having fur. I should probably turn the heater down a little bit, actually. It's hot. It actually got hot in here. Holy crap. So now my windshield's complete. Oh, there's somebody up there. Wonder if they need a yank. Oh, I forgot, I gotta put the batteries in my winch cable too, or my winch controller. I think they're stuck. See him in the dash cam over here. Well, let's see if I can pull him up to that parking lot. You guys stuck? Okay. Just want to make sure. That way? That way. There you go. Sorry about that. I did it dumb. I rolled down the window that the mount's on. Noob. Super noob. Anyway, I thought those guys were stuck. They are not. It's too hot in here now. Way too hot in here. Holy crap, it's hot in here. Alright, I'm gonna run this about 7 more minutes. Driving around just bullshitting with he's probably not for the best. There's an exit here, I think. Yeah, boy. That convenience store is open. That mount's pretty good, actually. The little suction cupper thing. It's, oh yeah, they blocked it all off. They put barrels out. That's cool. Sorry, a little slippy slidey right now. Oh. Okay, so yeah, they blocked off the tollways. So they're definitely closed. I would hate to have been on that detail where they had to sit there and drive up and down all these roads and put freaking barrels out. That must have sucked for those guys. That means they were probably out here in the middle of the night. That's weird. It actually feels really windy out here too. Huh. Even though I don't see anything blowing, I can feel the front end getting pushed a little bit. There's plenty of berms here for me to, or cutouts on the tires in the snow for me to just drive here, so not a big deal. But yeah, it looks like they blocked it all off. I'm really hoping this dash cam video is, I hope I can pull it out for you so you can just see it as I'm driving along. I've never, I never pulled a video from this thing before yet. It's another little device I got last year to prepare for stuff like this. My insurance guy loves it too. That's funny. They blocked the entrances, but they didn't do nothing for the exits. Like if somebody was really determined, they could back into an exit, get on this, and keep going, which would probably get you in trouble, perhaps. There's a fire truck over here, and a Bronco. Are we all sitting at a light? We are all sitting at a light. Are any of these lights going to turn green? Oh, there's a green one over there. Okay. Just gotta wait my turn, I guess. Another really weird thing that I learned being out in the cold before, I spent a lot of time in Denali, Kodiak Island. And when you're bundled up like this, I've got flannels. I got flannel pants under here. I've got flannel lined jeans under here. I've got wool socks that go up to my knees. I got snow boots on. My comics, because I love them. T-shirt, undershirt, flannel, jacket, parka, rabbit fur. It gets a little warm in here, and you'd be surprised how fast you get dehydrated being in all your gear. So I always keep a couple bottles of water in the cooler. Yeah, it's cold, but I'm not, so it's fine. And my impromptu day off, unpaid. We're going fast enough now that the bits of snow that I didn't brush off are flipping up over the windshield. Great. I think the fastest I've gone right now is 40. Only because I can see the concrete in front of the tires, so it's not bad. Oh yeah, I gotta see if the grocery store's open. Maybe I can get stew meat. Maybe I can make stew for dinner. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see. I gotta do a mental inventory. That'll be a Pwnery Tinkers in the kitchen too if I can get the stuff. I need at least a 3 or 4 pound chuck roast. I need 2 bottles of beef broth because it calls for 1, but it's never enough. So 2 cans of beef broth. I got taters. I got carrots. I got celery. I don't really like celery in my stew. My folks do though. I gotta slow down because it's a curve here. There's a guy behind me that's actually coming up quick. I don't like that. Like if I'm doing this on the road, I don't want somebody flying up behind me in this crap. Like not cool. There's a reason why I'm keeping distance and gaps because I don't know how hard it's going to have to be to stop this thing and panic. So that guy's going to run anyway. Yeah, see? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he hit the brakes and slid sideways behind me a little bit. It's pretty cool though. I mean, most of the vehicles I've seen out here, aside from that little, I think that was a Chevy Cruze, most of these guys are all 4-wheel drives like me, so this is our domain today. I bet my truck at ECU are just asking, like thinking, what in the hell are we doing out here doing 1100 RPM? Controlling it through my watch, so I don't have to touch the phone. Little bridge. Big bridge. Big bridge. Didn't realize I was on it until it started going. There's a TRX out there doing donuts. Cute. I mean, I really want to. I really do. But I'm 45 years old. I mean, being stupid, I hope I graduated from that. Now I do stupid things in different ways that don't cost me thousands of dollars to repair. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Some of you who are personal friends of mine that hang out on my Discord are probably going to call bullshit on that. But, you know, bridge, small one. Man, I didn't realize how far that grocery store or that Sam's was to my house until I could only do 35. It's far. running this crap. I still got 200 degrees in the engine. Got 165 degrees in the transmission. Oil's at 192. I'm actually almost back to where my house is. Almost. Okay, I gotta slow down for this because it's a big curve. And because we're so well spaced out, I'm just gonna sit in the middle of 2 lanes to give myself plenty of room to slide. That's another tip. Like if there's no traffic, get in the middle of the fucking road. Like, don't hug your lane if you can avoid it. Because if you dart off that way, you're going into that curve. If you dart off this way on the other lane, you're going into that curve. So just stay in the middle. Nobody's gonna hit you for it. They're not gonna hate you. They're not gonna honk their horn. Because if they're smart, they're way the hell back behind you, waiting for you to go sideways, so they know not to go the way you went. I think my grocery store is open. That's kind of crazy. I'm gonna go look. This part of the road is ugly, slushy, because this is a pretty busy intersection. That guy's front nose is spinning. And I could also tell that he used his hands to scoop the snow off the hood. Amateurs. Do I get a green light or what? You know, in a way, I think this is actually pretty good. Because there's plenty of oil dripping on the roads all the time. So some of this slush is just oil that's been pulled out of the concrete. So it'll be a little drippier after all this melts. If they scoop it away in time. Does that mean you got a plow on the front of this truck? You're shitting me. Is that a plow? Yeah, it is. That dude's got a plow. That's a bit extreme, isn't it, for this area? Come on now. Yeah, there's a plow. Is he city? No. He's just joking public with a plow. That's cool. Oh, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Oh man, I don't even feel these road humps because the snow kind of meets them a little bit. Alright, is the grocery store actually open? There's, let's see, 1, 2, there's a dozen people out here. Apparently the massage parlor's open. Weird. Is there people actually inside? Oh yeah, they're letting people in on an ad hoc basis. That's wild. I don't think I'm doing stew today. I'd like to, but I don't think I'm going to do it. Actually, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. 35 minutes of me just rambling on. Probably bored you to tears if you actually made it to the end of this video. Anyway, this is just me driving around in the snow. I don't even know what to call it. I mean, one of these days I'm going to start doing my Opines videos. And then we'll discuss that. Let me get out of the way and I'll do an outro for you. Anyway, this is Pwnery's Snowpocalypse 2025. And if you like what you see and I made you laugh because you're a northerner and this is nothing, leave me a like anyway. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're regular here, welcome back. Either way, check out my other playlists and see if my other interests may be of interest to you. I'm done. Apparently I don't have to pull anybody out today, which means they heeded the warnings. That's good. I don't mind using my tools and my toys, but don't need a guy like me